Welcome back. We've come to the end of the show, but you can always keep up with Turning Point International by going online and on our social media, where you'll get much more than we can ever give you on the TV show. We'll leave you with music from our guest, Governor B, but I have to scoot up now to the next job. From all of us here at Turning Point International, goodbye and God bless.
Time God done stack rhymes. If you never had a clue, better fact find. And yeah, I got a crew, no gang signs, but I'm praying the crew never capsize. Whatever the weather, I'm on that grind. No trap line, just a rap guy. I gotta get it together, it's been a mad time. Ain't been the same since my dad died. I've been anti, I got struggles too. Caught off guard, heart cutting too. I'm in a car with his CD running tunes. He told me you love me, I love him too. And I don't really know what to do. My heart broke that day in a hospital. God puts the use, what he puts us through. But it's hard sometimes trying to trust the fruit. I'm a man in the house trying to hold it down. My brain's a mess. When I stroll around, I wanna try my best, but I don't know how. That dad's in heaven, I wanna make him proud. I wanna raise the roof, I wanna shake the ground, but I can't forget that he ain't around. I'm skipping sleep, cause my thoughts are loud, but I'm digging deep, trying to sort it out. Ups, I've had downs, I've been stuck, I've come round. I don't just thank God in the good times, blood, I thank him when it goes south. Cause Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, them days might go great, but if Friday, Saturday, Sunday ain't, just know that I still thank him every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Just know that I still thank him every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day. Just know that I still thank him every day. Where were you when I crashed my car? I was 21 driving home from Hackney. Black whip, riding the back streets, music blasting, probably a...
During this pandemic, it is our duty to ensure that all citizens, residents, and visitors are adhering to the COVID-19 safety protocols. Every business establishment must have distance markers 6 feet apart, indicating where each customer must stand at check-in points. Have a hand sanitizing station visible at the entrance of the store for all customers to sanitize their hands before entering the store. I am Ambassador Otario Farrington from COVID-19 Enforcement Unit. Save a life that may be yours.
This message brought to you by the Ministry of National Security in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths in the Bahamas and in Bahamian women. At present, we are unable to prevent breast cancer, but performing screening mammograms can detect breast cancer at its earliest when there are no symptoms and when it is more likely to be treated successfully. All women should have a primary health care provider who is aware of their medical history, family history, and risk factors. Women 40 to 45 years can choose whether to start screening in consultation with their physician. All women 45 to 54 years should have an annual mammogram. Women older than 55 years can have a yearly mammogram or choose to have one every 2 years. Monthly breast self-exams in conjunction with the mammogram can increase the odds of early detection. Be proactive about your health.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. COVID-19 numbers soar as the country records triple-digit new cases for the first time in months. The nation's chief speaking optimistically about the country's #1 industry. And with concerns raising over in Tokyo about the status of this year's Olympic Games, we get an update from an official from the Bahamas Olympic Committee. Those stories and more coming up when the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition, returns.
Elevate your experience with BTC Superfast Fiber Home Internet. which unlocks unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming for as low as $50 per line. Enjoy more savings and value with internet speeds of up to 600 megabits per second and all the connectivity you need on the go. An elevated experience starts with BTC at home, powering unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming plus great savings. Visit a BTC store or btcbahamas.com for more details.
Keeping homes safe across the Caribbean for decades. BOP has become the most trusted name in insecticide. There has never been, or there never will be, any escape for insects from the unrelenting power of BOP. Formulated with precision, BOP effectively eliminates all flying and crawling insects that seek to invade your home. Trust BOP, the #1 insecticide brand in the Caribbean, to keep everyone that matters to you safe. Distributed by Nassau Agencies Limited.
Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. I'm Amajal Knowles. Thanks for joining us. Topping news, new cases of COVID-19 are hitting new highs once again. Health officials recording a triple-digit daily total. This following daily highs, which have been on the incline in recent days. Here's Keishla Adderley.
COVID-19 cases have cracked 3 digits for the first time in months. Health officials releasing the latest numbers today reported 83 new cases in New Providence, 7 in Grand Bahama, 1 in Abaco, 7 in Eleuthera, and 2 in Exuma, for a total 100 new cases. The new number marking a total 13,566 cases nationally. Health officials also report that COVID-19 hospitalizations continue to rise, as Saturday's COVID-19 dashboard shows 68 individuals detained in hospital being treated for the deadly virus. 11 of those people are listed in the intensive care unit, and 57 persons are moderately ill. COVID numbers have been on the rise of late, with 62 new cases recorded Friday and 69 the day before. 39 new recoveries have been recorded, bringing the total to 12,105. Meantime, the Bahamas is closing in on 100,000 vaccinations being administered. Health officials report 99,755 vaccinations administered, 60,389 first doses, and 39,366 people who have been fully vaccinated as of July 17th. Sadly, the COVID-19 death toll stands at 273, with 22 deaths still under investigation. Keishla Adderley, ZNS Network News.
Members of the Bahamas Olympic team have begun arriving in Tokyo, Japan for the 32nd edition of the Olympic Games, which officially open on Friday. It's an uneven playing field due to COVID-19, and the local team is taking precaution as they go for the gold. Here's Kelsey Johnson.
With 45 COVID-19 cases linked to the Olympic Games, officials of the Bahamas Olympic Committee are taking the necessary steps to ensure that all Bahamian athletes are safe. Members of the Bahamas delegation arrived in Tokyo, Japan on Saturday, the same day one of the 45 cases was reported. International media reports confirmed a non-resident of Japan involved in organizing the Games did test positive and is now in quarantine outside of the Tokyo Olympic Athletes Village. Athletes are starting to arrive for the Games, which run July 23rd through August 8th. Secretary General in the Bahamas Olympic Committee, Deron Donaldson, is in Tokyo and provides us with an update.
We arrived to the village. After that would have been reported and happened, and that person, what we gather, is in isolation, and from what we've read, was asymptomatic, and the persons that were around were all put into, the natural process of quarantine and isolation. Team Bahamas, as for now, is safe, the ones that are here.
More than 11,000 athletes from 205 national Olympic committees are scheduled to compete in the Games. Around 85% have been vaccinated against COVID-19, according to the International Olympic Committee.
like any great production, there is a lot of moving parts. It took us about, 2 hours at the time to get out of the airport and all of that was going on. But we were able to get through that process, as well as send an update to the athletes and coaches that are coming behind us. So the swimmers are all here. And they had a smoother process because, we gave them the steps of what to expect because we actually encountered it first, which was great.
The Bahamas will compete in 2 disciplines, swimming and athletics. Representing the Bahamas, Isaac Bastian, Joanna Evans, Shawnee Miller-Weibo, Stephen Gardner, Jamal Wilson, Donald Thomas, Devin Charlton, Padria Seymour, Brianne Bethel, Tania Gator, Anthony Strawn, Megan Moss, Danisha Anderson, Lakeitha Cooper, and Samson Colebrook.
We want to keep the athletes in good frame of mind for their competition so they can perform at their very best. Like I said, what Japan has put in place, what we've seen so far since our arrival is they are doing their very best to have all of the safety measures in place, even with the village cafeteria. There are like different cubicles with plexiglass to separate. You walk in, you have to sanitize. Before you eat, you have to wash your hands. Before you even go to get the food, they require you to put on gloves. So, all these little things they are trying, and we must try. And hopefully each country will try their best to adhere to the safety measures. That's, the first, that's what comes first.
Competition in some disciplines will start on Wednesday ahead of Friday's official opening. However, there is a possibility some athletes will miss their events because of COVID-related issues. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Network News.
Prime Minister of the Most Honorable Dr. Cuban Minnis underscoring his message that the Bahamas is back. To verify his point, he reiterated in Roxanne Oluth on Friday that scores of jobs and economic opportunities for Bahamians, including new opportunities, are on the way. He referenced our major tourism market, the United States of America, as having the highest vaccination rate in the world as their economy grows in a COVID-19 environment. Acknowledging that Americans are ready to travel, Prime Minister Minnis boasted of the country's unique properties that are open for business. He pinpointed the vacation rental market.
And before 2020, much of this rental business was seasonal, typically during the winter months and during certain holiday periods. But more and more renters are now seeing bookings throughout the year. This is a very promising sign for Bahamians in the rental market, including here in Eleuthera. I encourage all of those with various properties in Rock Sound to take advantage of the economic boom that is on the way.
Prime Minister maintains, though, that the combination of adhering to COVID-19 protocols and getting vaccinated are the primary ways to successfully transform our economy.
Provided we stay with our protocols and we become vaccinated, be assured you will see an economic boom that the Bahamas has never seen before. But it depends on our discipline, your discipline and my discipline.
The police shut down several Bay Street stores today, which were in violation of emergency orders. According to Police Press Liaison Officer SP Audley Peters, those merchants who were attempting to open their stores to accommodate tourists were not authorized to do so.
The officers were alerted and went out to the business establishment early. And in 4 instances, they met individuals who were attempting to open their stores. They would have advised those merchants to close their stores because they did not have the requisite authority. And those persons would be persons who are not providing food or grocery items in the vicinity. At the moment, as it stands, the emergency order only stipulates a person selling food and grocery items to be open on Sunday.
And stores that are authorized to open are listed in the emergency orders. The orders also speak to fines for those who are found in violation.
In this instance, there were no fines given out because the individuals were found in an attempt to open their stores. Those stores, from my understanding, were not actually open. At the moment, I'm not certain as to the amount of the fines. I would assume that it would be in the vicinity as similar to what had been issued for persons who were socially gathering.
When the Moms Tonight, the weekend edition returns, hear why farmers market vendors say things are more fruitful for them as of late.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Everyone's excited about the $8 meal of the day. Every day, it's a different 6-inch sub, plus chips and a 20-ounce drink for just $8. That feels like fresh value. Come in any day of the week for one of your favorite 6-inch subs. Like turkey breast, meatball marinara, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, black forest ham, Italian BMT, oven roasted chicken, and tuna. Then add chips and a 20-ounce drink, and you've got the $8 meal of the day. A great meal at a great price every day of the week. Only at Subway.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil. Shell's Summer of Fun.
Well, it's exorbitant price tags at local food stores seemingly causing consumers to do a double take. This is the market value for items continues to increase due to the COVID-19 pandemic. While this may not bode well for many, as Anthony Smith tells us tonight, one local market is benefiting big time.
It's a classic tale of inflation.
So I think they're almost like $2 or $2 and some cents a pound.
With price hikes at grocery stores sweeping the nation and the wider world, consumers are getting crafty in the name of saving a coin, ditching the produce aisles of local stores, opting instead to shop elsewhere.
We have noticed an increase of customers coming in.
And only growing in numbers week after week at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. It's a welcome change after what vendors have described as a slow summer season. Their prices now seemingly winning out over large distributors.
Let's say parsley, for example. You could get a parsley for like about $2 to the store, but sometimes out here you have vendors where they're doing a larger portion for like $1. Or even if it's $2, it would be, larger than what you would pay in a food store, for example.
The increased popularity coming after price hikes worldwide. The increased market studies report largely due to early stockpiling and international food supply chains impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. It hasn't, though, affected the local produce industry.
We've been able to reduce the price because of the quantity that we have, and the quality is very good. We have our fresh onions that we grow locally. The butternut squash, we have those at $1 a pound. And we also have sweet potato, which is a really nice staple.
And if you'd ask the vendors, it may be the prices that's drawing persons in, but it's certainly not what keeps them coming back.
A lot of people kind of like realizing now they could purchase, just say, a fruit or a vegetable out here, and 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, it's still fresh, versus items that are not so much local.
Anthony Smith, ZNS Network News.
Like most telecommunications providers, Alive would have had to maneuver through a difficult past 12 months. As COVID-19 threw a monkey wrench into any potential plans or initiatives. Looking at the glass half full, Alive CEO John Gomez says the pandemic has also served as a learning experience. He says there were some positives that emerged as far as his company is concerned.
It's been a challenging one, just like any other company, but I'll tell you it's been an exciting one, because as we embrace the future in terms of what's there. There's some learnings that we've learned due to the pandemic, and we're doing things a little bit differently. And in fact, we are now accelerating certain initiatives due to the pandemic because of the behavior of our customers, the demands on the network. It now enables us to be able to provide a level of service now to our customers that they've been asking for much more quicker than what we've done in the past. And so we embrace it.
While the CEO is remaining tight-lipped on what's in the immediate pipeline for customers and potential customers, he says he is excited for Family Islanders who, after a major digital upgrade, will now be able to watch the Olympics.
We do have some announcements we're going to be making very shortly to our customers and also the potential customers as well, which is going to add a level of excitement and a buzz for them as well. But one thing I do want to mention is just coming up next week is the Olympics. And one of the things at the last Olympics, our customers in the Family Islands were not able to be able to watch the Olympics. And I can assure you now, with the new service that we have rolled out, that they now will be able to see the Olympic Games. So again, this is one way that we've now, this level of service that we're offering to our customers, it enables things of this type, with the premium services and services like the Olympics, to bring it to the Family Islands to ensure that persons be able to watch it in their living room, in their homes, in the Family Islands as well.
Break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. Just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up.
Hurricane season is here, so now's the time to start checking off your list. Make note of what you have. Test your batteries, radio, flashlights, and the expiry date on your first aid kit. You may have to replace a few things. Then make sure you have at least 1 gallon of drinking water per day for each person, 2 weeks supply of non-perishable food, a cooler for ice, and if you have an infant, pack a bag of baby items. Keep spare toilet paper, paper towels, and sanitation wipes, along with cleanup supplies, trash bags, waterproof packaging for personal documents, and mosquito repellent. Have 2 extra face masks per person and enough hand sanitizer and life vests for everyone in the household. And have a plan. If shelter gets compromised, plan with household members beforehand how you will escape. That might mean having a knife, axe, crowbar, or other tool to pry open a door, window, or roofing in an emergency. For more information and a full hurricane prep checklist, visit znsbahamas.com.
Hey, I'm Megan Shepard, a reporter here at the ZNS Northern Service. Did you know that ZNS is right at your fingertips when you download the new ZNS app? Missed something in our newscast? That's okay. Simply pull up the app, swipe, and you'll find all of our news headlines and highlights. So what are you waiting for? Download the new ZNS app today.
Do you know that adherence is more than taking medications? It calls to you to stick to the medical regimen as prescribed by your healthcare provider. If you have been asked to have your labs drawn to assess your kidney and liver function, please keep your lab appointments, as these determine the effects medications are having on your body. Follow-up doctor's appointments are necessary, as this is the time when the doctor performs a physical examination and discusses any test results and any concerns or issues you may have with your course of treatment. Specialized services such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy are necessary as they help to restore you back to normal health. Sticking to prescribed diet and exercise regimens can improve medication effectiveness and contributes to overall health and well-being. Make a commitment today to be adherent to your medication regimen and practice healthy living.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas AIDS Foundation with funding provided by PEPFAR, USAID Local Capacity Initiative Small Grant.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Well, it was all good just a week ago for Bahamian DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns as they were up 2-0 in this year's NBA Finals. Now fast forward to today, and the Suns are now 1 game away from having to settle for second. The Milwaukee Bucks have won 3 in a row, defeating the Suns last night in an instant classic in Game 5, 123-119. Devin Booker led all scorers on the night with a game-high 40 points, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday combined for 88 points to lead Milwaukee to a comeback victory and bring their franchise one step closer to its first championship in 50 years. Ayton would finish the game with 20 points and 10 rebounds. He would speak to media post-game.
You know, he's playing hard in some spurts, and,
And when it got to a point where, we still in this thing, the long stretch of the game, we kind of picked it back up. But, games like this, you can't really take no players off.
And some young Bahamian track stars making some headlines over in the States. This at Swift Athletics, taking the men's 17 to 18-year-old 4x4 meter relay in the club championships portion of the 2021 AAU National Club Championships over in Florida. The team of Cresswell Farrington, Jalen Cadet, Kunal Bain, and Randall Miller would take the top spot, winning in a time of 3 minutes, 13.72 seconds. The team closing out the event, as it was the final race of the day, took place over in Satellite Beach, Florida. In that same vein, after an impressive showing at the recently held NACAC Track and Field Championships, President of the B3H, Ringo Archer, says the future of track and field in the country is certainly a bright one, as several new faces have emerged.
I think that some of the prominent names that we continue to hear in this season would have been the likes of Javante Roberts and Lakathia Cooper, who will be joining the Olympic team. And then, of course, I couldn't overlook Wanye McCoy. He's the real McCoy, they say. Wanye assisted Team Bahamas in its attempt to qualifying its men's 4x4 team. So he's a young athlete packing a big punch. And so I think that in the years to come, you'll be hearing more the Terrence Jones and the Wanye McCoys and so many other wonderful athletes.
And that was a look at sports. We'll check on weather when we return.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
ZNS Shopping Network is the place for deals. Check out the deals Variety Disposable Products has just for you. Log on to www.znsshoppingnetwork.com, select the island of your choice, and shop anywhere, anytime.
The Atlantic hurricane season runs from June 1st to November 30th. When a hurricane alert is issued for your area, which indicates the possibility that you could experience hurricane conditions within 60 hours, you should begin the initial stages of preparation for the storm. When the storm is 48 hours away, a hurricane watch is issued. Once a watch is issued, be sure to get updates from the Met Office via television or radio. Get your battery-powered radio ready. Keep your emergency supply kit, blankets, and sleeping bags handy, and keep children and pets indoors. Be sure you have extra cash and a car tank full of gas. Fill all prescriptions. A hurricane warning means that a storm with winds up to 74 miles per hour or more is 36 hours away. At this point, secure all windows with shutters and plywood. Place your valuables in a waterproof container and store them on the highest floor in your home or in the safest area. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
Do you know that adherence is more than taking medications? It calls to you to stick to the medical regimen as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Please keep your lab appointments, as these determine the effects medications are having on your body. Follow-up doctor's appointments are necessary, as this is the time when the doctor performs a physical examination and discusses any test results and any concerns or issues you may have with your course of treatment. Sticking to prescribed diet and exercise regimens can improve medication effectiveness and contributes to overall health and well-being. Make a commitment today to be adherent to your medication regimen and practice healthy living.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas AIDS Foundation with funding provided by PEPFAR, USAID Local Capacity Initiative Small Grant.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Joining us via Zoom is Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Amajal. Outside of our studios, we are under partly sunny skies with a temperature of 90 degrees, relative humidity 58%, southeast winds at 15 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,020.7 millibars, that's 30.12 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the islands this evening, we are picking up 84 degrees in Alistown, Bimini, the Berry Islands at 85 also in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, as we take you a little further southeast. We just go back a second and get those temperatures sorted out for you. We're picking up 90 degrees here in the capital, which we told you already is very warm. Harbor Island, 86 degrees, 85 in Rock Sound, Eleuthera, Otterstown, Cat Island, 86 degrees, 86 also in Black Point, Exuma, Kemps Bay, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. In Georgetown, Exuma, the temperature there, 85 degrees. Rum Key at 86, 86 also in San Salvador. And we go further into the southeast Bahamas, and the temperatures remain in the mid-80s. We're looking at 84 degrees in Crooked Island, Clarence-Town, Long Island, Rygat Island, Ackland's at 85, Betsy Bay 85, Matthew Town, Inagua 86 degrees, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 85 degrees. The boating forecast for tonight in the northwestern islands tonight through tomorrow. The winds are going to be southeast at 12 to 18 knots. Wave height 3 to 6 feet. Low tide will take place at 9:49 tonight. Another low tide at 9:02 tomorrow morning. In the central and southeastern islands tonight through Monday, east to southeast winds at 15 to 20 knots. Choppy seas at 4 to 7 feet over the ocean with caution flag in place. And that's our light picture showing some convergence taking place in the southeast Bahamas, and that will trigger a couple showers and thunderstorms, particularly around Inagua and just south of Crooked Island and the Acklands area. Over the northwest Bahamas, 1 or 2 passing showers still likely as a result of that mid to low level trough in the extreme northwest Bahamas. Tonight, partly cloudy conditions can be expected with a shower or 2, low temperature down to 78 degrees. And tomorrow we're looking at a bit cloudy and breezy with a couple of showers and thunderstorms developing in the afternoon hours. High temperature tomorrow reaching about 88 degrees. The heat index will be around 96 degrees tomorrow. And your extended weather forecast are warm days with temperatures near the 90-degree mark. And those nighttime temperatures, once again, they're holding in the upper 70s to low 80s. John?
And that will end things tonight for the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching. Good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Hello, everyone. This is